This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Sacramento as the Kings take it to the hardwood. And it's another road game for the Spurs. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
Well, offensively and defensively, guys, they've been the superior team in each of the first 2 meetings. I'm sure they know that a sweep of the season series is a real possibility.
Steve, they've clearly been the better team at both ends of the floor. I mean, they've responded to everything that's been thrown at them by these guys, and quite honestly, they're the better team.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Duncan out there with Bono. And it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. Here is Miller.
Kawhi Leonard has been talked about and mentioned as the future of this San Antonio Spurs team. 23 years old is all he is, and already a great defender and a much improved shooter from his days at San Diego State.
Now here's Cousins. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Sacramento on defense. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
I just loved the rhythm they got into offensively. I mean, they really started to click from the outset, and it carried through the whole way.
And that result was indeed impressive. They basically cruised all the way home.
Duncan with the bucket. And for Kawhi Leonard, we know about his defense, but you think, Steve, he can become a go-to offensive player?
Well, he's going to need to, Kevin, when Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan move on. This is going to be Kawhi Leonard's team. And I thought what was interesting was the Spurs gave him more of a burden last year offensively. They started to give him more and more looks isolation-wise down on the block. And he's developed at a beautiful rate. He's coming into his own.
Rocket 2. From deep three-point range. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. The pass to Duncan. The feed to Leonard. It's tipped and stolen by Cousins. Ahead, goes up, throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Off the screen, and Duncan gets it to go on the assist from Leonard. Duncan's got his second basket of the night.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Miller kicks to Gay, and so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Let's check out the leaders in field goal percentage as a team. Number 1, the Spurs. 5th best, the Kings.
We've got 2 teams here shooting the ball so well, and neither one ever hesitates to pull the trigger. I mean, this is a great matchup.
That's tipped. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Miller against Parker. Pass with a screen for Miller. Gay in the corner. Good. And Miller gets the assist.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do.
For San Antonio, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Duncan at the elbow. And it is flushed down with a nice jam. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
Here's McLemore. Following the bucket by the Spurs. Takes a 3. And he gets it to go. McLemore's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Parker outside. Duncan dishes to Parker. Bonner passes to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Duncan kicks to Parker. From 12 feet out. The shot is off. Good D by Miller.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4. You know, the Spurs, because of their way of conducting business and low-key personality, have never really been ratings darlings for the NBA, despite being considered and respected as a model franchise in the league. The team's color of silver and black, I think, fits their style. Not really flashy or gaudy, but it does point out their business-like approach and how precise they play and how much they win.
And you look at the Spurs' lack of branding, if you will. It starts from the top down, from Coach Popovich to Tim Duncan. They don't court media attention. They're close to the vest, all business, all about winning.
Leonard with the ball, and it's Miller picking him up. Parker dishes to Leonard. Duncan against Cousins. Goes up at the stripe. There's Green with the 3. Cousins pulls it in. And the Spurs look for a certain kind of player, Clark. I know you're interested in this. The players they get are uninterested in the spotlight. Hot calls and guys that have gotten over themselves.
That's a great way to phrase it, because they're others-focused and not self-focused. And that's something that really lends itself well in a culture which glamorizes the I and not the group. And you can see it in the Spurs. They are all about business, and all of the extra stuff is not what appeals to them. They're interested in winning and having fun and enjoying each other, and that's why they're a championship organization and team.
That's a good blueprint.
Yes, it is.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game, fresh from a win against Portland.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. It seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
The Spurs making a switch here. Diaz checked in. On defense, Sacramento. It's a 3-point game. Parker passes to Green. Cousins against Duncan, and that's collected by Gay. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Up top, McLemore, covered by Parker. Miller kicks to Cousins. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Bass, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Now here's Parker. He's coming off a 22-point game against Portland.
Yeah, Kevin, he really set up shop with that foul line. I mean, they could not do anything with him defensively, and so they had to keep fouling.
Miller kicks to Gay. Up top, Cousins, covered by Duncan. And Cousins gets it to go. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Sacramento.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it. Looking at the Kings over the last month, let's see how they stacked up in the league statistically. Second in three-point field goal percentage. Second in opponent shooting percentage. And they also show up as a top 5 rebounding team.
And Clark, you know I love the long ball. The way they've been shooting that three-point line is really fun to watch. I mean, they're spreading the floor, they're sharing the ball, and they're moving the ball inside and out. You get that inside-out game going, and it's much easier to get open looks from the three-point line.
Bass can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 5. Well, Tim Duncan, in a lot of ways, the epitome of Steve's substance over style.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin, both in terms of his game and his personality. He's just a winner and a leader. But he does it in such a quiet fashion that sometimes people forget to take notice.
Now, here is Miller. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis.
You know what was great, too, Kevin, was the way he balanced hitting his own shots and making plays for others.
For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Parker kicks to Leonard. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Kings leading now by 7. Miller outside. He feeds it to Cousins. Back to Miller. Kings moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul already. That's gonna force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Sacramento making a switch here. Evans is checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. Splitter's checked in for Duncan. Ginobili comes in for Green. That's Mills in for Parker. Pass to Cousins. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Quick hands and the ability to anticipate the opening to create a turnover, so valuable, especially for a guard, as we see two tremendous talents with their ability to steal that ball away.
And, of course, you look at the numbers. John Stockton with 3,265 steals over his career. Really a crazy number. Averaged over 2 a game, and even in his later years, he was a threat in that regard.
Here is Splitter. Right now averaging 5 points a game. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Obvious foul.
He took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him.
The Kings, one of the youngest teams in the league, are trying to build through the draft, but with mixed results. Over the last couple of seasons. Marcus Cousins, the only player who's truly distinguished himself as a significant building block.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Thompson, he's checked in for Cousins. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. And Stauskas subbed in for Miller. Here is Caspi, averaging 8 points a game. Out to the right wing. Here's Stauskas. No good with the triple. And the Kings, Clark, over the last 5 years, drafting in that 5 to 7 range. They took Cousins, traded down, remember, for Jimmer Fredette, and then Thomas Robinson out of Kansas, another Jayhawk, and in 13, Ben McLemore.
Yeah, McLemore struggled a bit in his rookie season. Aside from Cousins, not the difference makers you'd hope for it to this point. We'll see if this year's any different for him.
Here's Thompson, rejected by Ginobili. Caspi passes to Stauskas. And Caspi kicks to Thompson. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. Spurs trail by 5. And Doris Burke spoke with George Cora. Doris?
He knows this won't be an easy game, especially defensively. And he talked about how difficult it is to contain shooting guard Manu Ginobili. He told me Ginobili is one of those right-brain scorers. He just sees the game just slightly differently. An angle to get by his man or an opportunity to draw contact. And of course, he can really do it all. Drive, shoot, and pass. Kevin, Ginobili, without a doubt, one of the more well-rounded and competitive players in the entire league.
Thank you, Doris.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Diaw, and he converts the layup.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Kings leading now by 3. Evans setting the pick for McLemore. Down low, off the pick. It's blocked.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
To the paint. Here's Ginobili. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Ginobili's got his second bucket of the night. 3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. Defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Now here's McLemore. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis. Good.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Spurs trail by 3. There's 1:47 left to play in the first quarter. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Diaw with it, averaging 8 points a game. 5 on the clock. Fades away, and Thompson sends it back. And McLemore kicks to Thompson. McLemore, the pass to Stauskas. Now Casper, looking for his first basket still in this one. On deep, McLemore. And Splitter pulls it down. The Spurs have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. And it's rejected. Here is Caspi. 58 seconds left in the first. Takes it off the glass. And the Kings lead by 5.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Ginobili outside. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the first. That's good. Now here's McLemore, averaging 12 points a game. Thompson sets the pick for McLemore. Here's Stauskas. Shot is off. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Yeah, that last meeting, they won the game, and remember, it was a huge day for the bench. I mean, they got some key points from their reserves.
And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. No good. That would have tied it. Here's Evans. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Here's McLemore. And it's good. McLemore's got 5 points so far.
And he just used his height that time down low. That's going to be pretty hard to defend against.
And the wide open shot from an absolutely... remarkable shot at the buzzer.
Was it ever? It doesn't get any better than that, fellas. Woo! The definition of much in the clutch.
He wasn't going to let anyone else take that shot. He wanted that ball.
Tune in next Sunday, March 1st.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching from the Kings, guys.
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
Kings leading now by 3. On the court right now for the Spurs, Mills and Manu at the guards. Boris Diaw is out there with Aaron Baines. And it's Bellinelli in at the 3, the small forward. Sacramento moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Miller kicks to Gay. This one for 3. Mills with the rebound.
Rudy Gay traded twice in the last couple of seasons. Really, it was his big contract that led to him being dealt, because Gay is a quality player, but the feeling was his production just didn't live up to the cost.
And for Gay, traded from the Raptors to the Kings in December. Really, he had one of his best seasons once he was in Sacramento.
Guys in Sacramento, Rudy Gay shooting well and passing better. And Steve, for this season, did a good job of getting to the line.
Yeah, and I think he might have read some of his critics in terms of his game. He's been picked apart in terms of his shot selection and that sort of thing. So, you know, that efficiency was exactly what a lot of people have been clamoring for.
That one is no good. Manu Ginobili in the final year of his 2-year contract extension with the Spurs, Steve, and some speculate that he may retire after this season.
Yeah, fantastic career for Ginobili. You know what I think, Kevin? I think Ginobili, Parker, Duncan, and Popovich should all just walk away right now. Just, go away together, and this has nothing to do with me coaching the Warriors. Nothing to do with me at all. This is about them. They've earned this. Walk away now, guys. Just leave.
I hear some admiration, but I also hear some sarcasm in there, too, from my partner.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Shot clock at 6. Here's Baines. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Baines has got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
And Ginobili certainly will go down in history as one of the all-time great 6 men, alongside the likes of John Havlicek, Kevin McHale early in his career, throwing out some old-school names for these young bucks.
That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played.
And Manu, a 2-time All-Star, won 3 NBA titles with the Spurs. An outstanding career for a player drafted 57th back in 1999.
This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is over this.
Well, I just, you know what, come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up. I mean, he threw it down with force. Last season, the Kings inking DeMarcus Cousins to a big 4-year contract extension, and he rewarded them with the best season of his young NBA career, setting career highs pretty much across the board.
You know, in the past with Cousins, I think he had tended to fall in love with the perimeter jump shot, and he's got a good one. He can make it. But, you know, when you look at his size and strength, it's hard not to think that he should be taking advantage of that closer to the rim and putting more pressure on defenses as a result. I think last season he did commit to attacking inside the paint, and we saw the results. They were pretty good.
Pass to Bellinelli. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Bellinelli's got himself on the board with 3 there. The Kings trail by 4. Cousins with a screen on Parker. Miller dishes to Cousins. Nobody near Gay. Cans the shot with nobody near him. And, Steve, it's pretty clear that DeMarcus Cousins has solidified his place as the Kings franchise centerpiece.
Yeah, the future's bright. I mean, last season he was a contender for the most improved player in the All-Star game. I mean, if he can continue to produce and help the Kings become a winner, then the accolades will follow.
And that one's good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Cousins with a screen on Parker. Miller the pass to Cousins. Gay outside. Screen by Cousins. Gay kicks to Cousins. Pulls up on the wing. No luck. And the Spurs going the other way now. Next up for them is going to be the Suns. That'll be at the U.S. Airways Center. Shrugs off the cut. Contact and dunks it. He'll go to the free throw line. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Brandon Bass's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Spurs also with the sub. Green's checked in.
Even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long. This team has been ruling the roost in the West and continues the championship.
A different look now for San Antonio. Duncan comes in for Boris Diaw. And it's Leonard in for Bellinelli. Here's Hollins, poked away. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Leonard. And so he draws the foul on the shot. Now tripped to the line to shoot 2.
You know, last season, the Sacramento Kings crowd set a world record for the loudest roar at an indoor sports stadium. Talk about analytics being on display. Here's a case in point, folks. 126 decibels. Now, 127 is where you can cause permanent hearing loss. My hope and prayer is that the record stays at 126.
And for these Sacramento fans, winning that noise record, a nice way to represent their passion and dedication. They fought to keep this team, and they deserve it.
Caspi, he's checked in for Sacramento. Leonard hits them both. And for the Kings, playing in one of the oldest arenas in the NBA, big plans, Clark, for a new downtown arena.
And clearly a very ambitious ownership group, and they've said this new arena has to be spectacular. They're looking to build something with the wow factor to become a California landmark. We'll see if it can happen.
Looking to end the run, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. San Antonio leading by 7. Over in the corner, Green. Here's Baines. Kicks it out to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Parker drives in. And Miller with with the block. But they get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And now a look at Kawhi Leonard. Some numbers on him. Last 10 games for him have been excellent. He's putting up 22 points per night, over 2.5 steals and 5 assists. And he really brings that offensive firepower to this team. Finding ways to score is his specialty.
Yeah, that's his identity, Steve, among other contributions, obviously. But the ability to make plays that put up points, that's a major weapon in his arsenal.
It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Agility leads to thievery there as he's got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Plays like that are telling the story of this game for me so far, Clark. They cannot afford to hand over any more easy points like that.
Here's Caspi, Duncan with the block, and they get it back. Three-pointer. San Antonio with the rebound. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Gentlemen, as you know, Kawhi Leonard is not one to boast. Coach Popovich is similar, but he doesn't mince words about Kawhi, saying he's phenomenal. He's improved quicker than any player we've ever had because he wants to be great. As time goes on, he's going to take over as the star of the show. Kevin, with a Finals MVP to his credit, we're already seeing signs.
You said it, Doris. Thank you. Baines. No luck. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. And it's Miller penetrating. He kicks it to Hollins. Now Caspi, averaging 8 points a game. It's stolen by Duncan. And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Finishes the break with a slam.
You know, as soon as that steal was made, it was over. That was going to be a bucket the whole way.
That's exactly how a turnover cost you.
The Kings trail by 9. Miller outside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Andre Miller with 15 seasons under his belt. He says he thinks he could play until he's 40. And I'll tell you, with his style of play, it doesn't seem like a stretch. He's low to the ground. He plays with a craftiness that really doesn't require a ton of speed.
And Andre Miller is really a crafty ball handler. It's amazing the numbers he's produced over his career without being a high flyer, without being super fast. What he is highly skilled, smart, tough, durable, uses changes of speed, and the strength he has served him well as a post-up guard and also in being able to play through contact in the lane.
San Antonio calls timeout. And Steve, you talk about Miller's strength and his deceptiveness. One of the best post-up point guards in the NBA.
Yeah, maybe the best over the course of his career. He's got that little bank shot from the mid-post, unbelievable footwork and spin moves. He's got all the tricks in his book.
And here is Parker, averaging 19 points per contest. The dish to Green. Feeds it to Duncan. Duncan right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. And now it's an 11-point San Antonio lead. Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Well, it's absolutely incredible when you look at Tim Duncan and see the impact he continues to have on games at his current age. I mean, he looks much as he did early in his career. His game has really withstood the test of time, and I think it's partly due to his conditioning, but his IQ is a big factor, and his game has always been one that's been anchored in fundamentals and staying close to the ground.
Ginobili's checked in for Kawhi Leonard.
Let's take a look at Tim Duncan's numbers. He has been filling up the stat sheet for the last month. First in blocks, and he's been such a good offensive player. His patience, his efficiency, he's ranked in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And you pointed out that his blocks per game average, Steve, is the highest in the NBA. I mean, he's leading the league in that category. It's there in the low post where he's been most valuable to his team, in my opinion.
Miller kicks to Hollins. That one goes. Curry. And at 38 years of age, Tim Duncan still going strong, guys.
Timeless. I mean, his dedication to diet and fitness, his flexibility, it's enabled him to remain in peak form. Maybe he doesn't move quite as quickly as he did 6-8 years ago, but he's shooting the ball better than ever. Footwork and his fundamental game obviously has always been there. So just an amazing late season or late career run for him.
And Parker, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. Parker's got the lead up to 11 now for San Antonio.
And their interior defense getting exposed once again. How many open looks at the rim are they going to allow?
Here's the screen. Miller outside. Here's Bass. It's hauled in by Duncan. Duncan's got his fourth rebound in this one. Parker dishes to Bonner. Back to Parker. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Parker's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Kicks to Bass. Baseline jumper. San Antonio with the rebound. Duncan's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Parker passes to Ginobili. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Manu Ginobili has always been one of my favorite guys to watch and an elite shooting guard on the court. I mean, the issue with him has been health. You know, last season he missed about a month with a tweaked hamstring, right as the Spurs went on their rodeo road trip.
He's off on the first. And Ginobili, guys, clearly focused on trying to stay healthy. The last couple of off seasons, Steve, he's bowed out of international play.
No, it's smart. I mean, he's got so much mileage on his body, and it's more important for him to spend his summers just working on his body, staying healthy, strengthening those areas that he needs. And it's always tricky, though, to say no to your home country when they ask you to play on the national team.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Caspi. Off on the layup.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Sinks that one from the post. Caspi's got 6.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
That's the way you creep back into a game. Get those key stops, push it down the floor with your transition game. Parker outside, dishes it to Ginobili.
Jumper off the screen. Sacramento grabs the miss.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick, just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long, 10 times out. That was good action.
Evans setting the pick for Miller. Left side, Miller. Now here's McLemore. He's covered by Ginobili. Here's Caspi. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got his third rebound tonight.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Bonner for three. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, that was kind of clumsy looking. He was not going to get away with that.
He climbed all over him like he was on the ladder. I mean, that's an easy over-the-back call there.
Allen's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Parker. The Kings trail by 12. Miller outside. Thompson, a screen on Allen. Miller kicks to McLemore. Passes to Caspi. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio on defense. There's the feed to Evans. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, Ben McLemore seen as perhaps a steal when the Kings selected him 7th overall in last year's draft. But his rookie season was a colossal disappointment, defensively and offensively. He really struggled to contribute.
And McLemore, an excellent shooter in one season that he had at Kansas.
And you combine that with his athleticism, Kevin, and he's got tremendous upside. That's why he was so highly regarded as a prospect.
San Antonio making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. He dishes it to Splitter. Turnaround James. Misses off the left iron.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Miller dishes to McLemore. Back to Miller. Now here's McLemore. Tight defense on him. Shot clock at 6. The lead now in single digits. Caspi's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Spurs leading by 8. Mills with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. For Sacramento, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. And it's Miller penetrating. Mills with the rebound. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Splitter kicks to Mills. Outside Leonard. They set the pick. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Leonard's got 10 points in the game.
Even with the D lurking, he made it look easy with the soft finger roll.
Miller, right side. Lots of room. Uses the glass to drop it in. Miller's got his first 2 points of the night. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half.
And a 2-for-1 opportunity.
Yeah, they got to hurry. Step on the gas here.
And Mills kicks to Bonner. Leonard on the wing. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Caspi passes to Miller. Now here's McLemore. Defended by Allen. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Ray Allen picks one up. The Kings have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. And he can't get the first one. And the Kings making a change here. And he's good on the second. And so it's San Antonio with it. Here's Leonard. And no good. Trying to get that one. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's San Antonio up by 7. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, gentlemen, I'm here with Tim Duncan. And, Timmy, you seem to be really playing with an energy here tonight, which has been a theme of consistency and excellence throughout your career. How are you feeling right now?
I feel unbelievable, better than I ever have in the last 4 or 5 years. For whatever reason, I'm healthy and I feel great.
Well, you look great, Timmy. We appreciate the time. Gentlemen, Mr. Fundamental.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started. The second half just about to get going here. It's been one outstanding game from Manu Ginobili.
Well, he's the ringleader. And we could see it in the first half with the offense, the way he distributed the ball, really kept everybody involved.
And, you know, that's just the thing. You and I both would have loved playing with him because he makes sure everybody gets a little bit of the sugar.
The Kings trail by 7.
Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of dominance. In his 17 years in the league, the Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games. Not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
Brandon Bass is out there with Stauskas. It's Andre Miller. Then it's Ben McLemore. And it's Cousins in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And the Kings making a change here. Gay's checked in.
In for your Kings.
It's stolen. The drive by Green. Can't hit from in close. And the Spurs have done an amazing job, Clark, over the years surrounding Duncan with the right kind of talent.
And Tim Duncan has done a great job leading and making adjustments in his own game. They're a team with great scouting and development of their players. You talk to players who've been there. That's one of the things they rave about, Kevin, is they get the attention for their individual development. And all of their players were not lottery picks. Most of them were mid, late, first-round picks, some second-round guys. And it's just another example of doing it the right way at the highest level.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is. Well, we've seen that more than a few times, an easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Now the pass to Leonard. Parker sets the screen for Leonard. Good D by Miller.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
Here's Green, and he gets it to go. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear.
Here's Miller, averaging 6 points per contest. Cousins with a screen on Parker. Miller dishes to Cousins. Cousins with a screen for Gay. The 10-footer. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Spurs leading by 5. Now here's Parker. He has 6. Duncan outside. 6 to shoot. Leonard attacking. Out to Duncan. And counted from 19 feet away. Now it's a 7-point Spurs lead. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Bass with a screen for McLemore. Bass's shot. Good. Bass has got 10 points.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Parker kicks to Splitter. Outside Leonard. Duncan right side. And another basket for San Antonio.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
The Kings trail by 7. Miller the pass to Bass. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
Now we get a chance to check out the numbers for Kawhi Leonard. Great work over the last month. He's right around 21 points a night, over 2.5 steals and 4 assists. The points have been coming for him at a prodigious rate, and that's exactly what they depend on, his scoring ability and his drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he is, a driven player, Steve, someone who can take an opposing defense and just shatter it with his ability.
Parker kicks to Green. Back to Parker from downtown. Count the bucket. Parker's got 9 points.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Danny Green, a nice find by the Spurs as a 3-and-D role player. And the Spurs always seem to find those kind of guys. A mid-second round pick was Green. He got waived by the Cavs, spent some time playing abroad. Now he holds the record for three-pointers made in the final.
And a look now at our 2K leaderboard to see which wingmen have come away with the most steals over the past month. Second is Kawhi Leonard.
And this set of guys can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. And that damage isn't just limited to one part of the court.
Yeah, you kicked that one right between the uprights, Steve. As small forwards, they're called on to cover a lot of distance at the defensive end. A lot of ground they need to cover. Those steals have come from everywhere.
Miller dishes to McLemore. Here's Cousins. And the basket good. Cousins has got 11. And for Danny Green, guys, a quality defender at either wing position. And, you know, Steve, as you like to say, a floor spacer offensively.
That's right. Two-way guys, Kevin. Two-way players. That's what the playoffs are all about. You think about the success Green has had the last couple of seasons, defending star players at one end, knocking down big threes at the other. Wow, what a player he's become.
Good on the shot.
You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then boom, right to the rack.
Gay a screen on Parker. Miller the pass to Cousins. Shot is blocked. Here's Parker. 11 points in the game. Outside Leonard. Duncan with the screen for Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. Lets the three fly. And Green with the basket on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, you can feel the confidence growing right now for this club at the offensive end.
Really an ideal time to have one of these runs after halftime, but before crunch time. They're setting themselves up for a great fourth quarter.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the Spurs, not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's model franchise. The longest streak of 50-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Tim Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
They sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris. They get it again.
Boy, they were ready for him right there. I mean, totally collapsed the defense on him.
Miller kicks to Gay. Cousins with a screen on Leonard. Not as good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Gay.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. You get the ball inside, and you just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Duncan dishes to Parker. He feeds it to Splitter. And stolen by Miller. Gay passes to Banks. Tries again. Parker outside. Pass to Splitter. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Gay. Nobody near Leonard. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Leonard's got 12 in the game. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Spurs.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And the other thing they're doing is they're forcing turnovers and then converting those miscues into points at the other end.
Timeout called by the Kings.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
And some changes here for the Kings. Hollins is checked in, and it's Evans in for Brandon Bass.
Kevin, we've got a moment here to take a look at what the Spurs have done as far as NBA stats go over the last month. Tops in scoring. First in assists. And they're also number 1 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. An aggressive team that ball hawks very effectively.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
Leonard. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Popovich in the top 5 encroaching win percentage all time.
And he's likely to remain in that lofty company. Kevin, he said he plans to follow Tim Duncan into retirement. Not a bad plan. They pretty much came in together, so might as well go out together.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
Sacramento needs to do a better job guarding against Leonard.
13 points, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, good numbers, and that's been important for his team. They needed some points. He's provided some easy ones at the foul line, so he's making an impact here.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Baines is checked in, and Boris Diaw is subbed for Duncan. The Kings trail by 10. Now McLemore. He's got 8. It's Gay with the drive. Tries again, and that one's good. Hollins has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
Ginobili kicks to Leonard. Parker sets the screen for Leonard. Left side, Leonard. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Here's Stauskas to the wing on the left. Hollins dishes to McLemore. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Leonard. Parker passes to Ginobili. From deep. It's hauled in by the Kings.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Stauskas kicks to McLemore. Pass to Evans. 6 to shoot. Knocked away. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
And we'll take a quick look now at the numbers for Gay. Averaging 17 points per game, 6 rebounds and 2 assists. Tell you what, he's been scary good over that run of games, just taking his usual brand of stellar offense and even building on it.
And Steve, you know that's not easy to do considering the high level he already plays at on an everyday basis. To move the needle another notch higher is special.
Mills, he's checked in for Tony Parker. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at San Antonio. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, Sacramento just way behind.
When I look at San Antonio, they played terrific basketball this year. They haven't missed a beat after the success they had last season. It's hard to find a team that matches up with them comfortably.
Well, you're right, Clark. I mean, they would probably have the upper hand against almost any team in this league. I mean, they're a very difficult matchup. They've got plenty of talent, and they're so well coached. And what I like is they play hard every single night.
Rudy Gay is listed at 6'8", but he has a 7'3" wingspan and tremendous athleticism. That really helps him defensively, both on the perimeter and inside, where he contributes on the glass and blocking shots.
And the second free throw, good. As you talk about Rudy Gay's size and athleticism, Steve, he can play small ball 4 in a pinch.
Yeah, and it also enables him to get that jump shot off over pretty much anybody. So if he's spaced and he's playing at a 4 and he can get that jumper off, now he's got the ability to drive past you because the floor is opened up. So it's very interesting when he's placed at that 4 position.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
The Spurs have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Excellent game we've seen from Manu Ginobili. 15 points and several assists. He's given them just what they would hope for today.
I think maybe even more.
Here's Gay. Here's Evans. And the layup falls. Evans has got his second bucket of the night.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
Mills dishes to Ginobili. Cranes the three-pointer. Ginobili's got 6 in the quarter.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
There's a screen. McLemore, the pass to Hollins. The shot is off, and San Antonio will go the other way with it. And here's Mills. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. He kicks to Ginobili. Diaw, the screen. It's Ginobili with the drive. Baines dishes to Mills. Here's Leonard. Offensive rebound, Spurs. For San Antonio, they have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12.
Well, this is a club that has hit about 80% of its free throws during the season. Very impressive number.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
The first free throw is good.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
And the Kings making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. McLemore with the ball. 8 points for him. It's, count that one, from Stauskas.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now Mills, averaging 12 points a game. And Diaw kicks to Mills. The dish now to Diaw. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Diaw's got his second bucket. The Kings trail by 13. Gay sets the pick for McLemore. Gay outside. Thompson passes to Gay. Now here's McLemore. Defense is right there. 4 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. And that one hits back iron. Spurs leading by 13. Mills with it. Now defended by McLemore. And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Bangs home the trifecta. Bellinelli's got his third bucket of the night.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Here's McLemore. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. McLemore's got 10 points in the game. San Antonio's gone 4-6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Mills. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Feeds to Bellinelli. 3 on the clock. Ginobili attacking. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. The Kings trail by 14. Now here's McLemore. He's got 10. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Whoa. That'll wake you up.
Is he an athlete or what?
He just lives above the rim. I mean, dunks like that have become routine for him.
Mills, that's a two-pointer. And it would have... Counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Spurs lead by 12. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Here's Ginobili. On the court right now for the Spurs. In the backcourt, Parker and Ginobili. Bellinelli is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Splitter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here is Ginobili, just 5 to shoot to the left side wing. And Diaw kicks to Parker. Pulls up, high post. That's good on the jump shot. Parker's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Spurs. The Kings trail by 14. Cousins with a screen on Parker. Miller dishes to Cousins. Kicks it to Gay. Cousins with a screen for Gay. Intercepted. Inside, here's Parker. Gay with the defensive effort.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Miller outside. Dishes to Cousins. And that one goes long.
Great look. Disappointing result.
You know, most times he knocks that one down.
Here's Parker, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Blowing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Looking at the game Parker's been having, he's got 13 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And it was a good one, too. Really one of the highlights, I thought, of the game defensively.
No good on the free throw. Some changes for Sacramento. Bass comes in for Jason Thompson. And it's Caspian for Stauskas. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's Caspi. Bellinelli pulls it in. San Antonio leading by 14. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Gay against Ginobili. Diaw, the screen. Ginobili the pass to Diaw. Clock at 6. Parker drives in. And you can... He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
McLemore's checked in for Sacramento. And San Antonio also making a switch. Green's checked in. Free throw drops in for Tony Parker. Miller with the ball. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Gay against Green. Passes it to Bass. From down in the low post, it goes. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Parker kicks to Diaw. The feed now to Ginobili. Ginobili right side. He dishes it to Diaw. 5 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by the Kings. Bass has got 4 rebounds in this game. Cousins with a screen on Green. The drive by Gay. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Spurs leading by 15. Parker dishes to Green. Back to Parker. Parker sets the screen for Ginobili. No good on the free throw.
Boy, it's been a nightmare at the line for him. He keeps finding himself back at that free throw line over and over again.
He hits the second from the line. The Kings trail by 16. Miller, the pass to Bass. Green against Gay. There's the pick. Another miss by Gay.
Well, they'll give him that shot. He doesn't have the most reliable jump shot in the world. We know that.
Ginobili attacking. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
You know, Tony Parker really was a scoring point guard when he first came into the league. But over the course of his career, I think he's developed an excellent balance between creating his own offense and making plays for his teammates.
Miller kicks to Gay. Here's Cousins, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And another great offensive rebound and putback for him. This is the second game in a row where he's just dominated the paint.
Miller against Parker. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Parker's got 12 points here in the second half. The Kings trail by 19. Miller outside. Now the pass to McLemore. He feeds it to Cousins. The jump hook. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Parker outside. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Shooting San Antonio. 21.
And the first one at the line is good.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Duncan comes in for Boris Diaw, and it's Leonard in for Manu Ginobili. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Guys, we see teams taking a more data-driven approach. Analytics now, a big part of things. You see that in the front office. And Steve, that brings in some new faces.
Yeah, in fact, in the last 2 years, over a third of the NBA teams have hired new decision makers. So only a couple played in the league, the majority being, you know, more of the analytical types. So there's definitely been a sea change in terms of NBA leadership.
Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Gay. Leonard kicks to Parker. Back to Leonard. The shot will not go. And it's the Kings taking it the other way.
And for basketball lifers looking for roles in front offices, I think it's natural to feel threatened by the influx of more analytical minds. The feeling is, and I think it's an accurate one, that those analytical minds are favored because a lot of the owners come from a similar educational background in terms of being comfortable with numbers and wanting to measure things more and attach value to measurements as opposed to feel and experience of playing.
Parker outside. Here's Duncan. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Spurs lead by 18. Now Miller.
Well, I don't think the math guys are going away anytime soon in the NBA. I think the best organizations kind of take a holistic approach. They incorporate advanced stats and cap specialists. but there's also a lot of thought in terms of players who fit and experience and youth. It really is kind of one big concoction.
Here's Cousins. Blocked. Here's Leonard. Parker outside. Outside, Green. Miller grabs the miss. Miller's got his 4th rebound in this one. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
San Antonio leading by 16. San Antonio calls timeout.
Andre Miller does a lot of things well on the floor, but he's not really a long-range shooter, so he needs the ball in his hands to be effective in your offense.
And the Spurs making a change here. Diaw's checked in. Pass to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Leonard dishes to Duncan. Battles through traffic and lays it in. But Andre Miller is such a great passer. You want the ball in his hands.
Yeah, he's a really good decision maker. Perhaps one of the best lob passers we've had in the league in a long time. And he is truly a point guard. Thinks and feels the game as a quarterback.
Here's Parker. To Leonard. Into Tim Duncan. And stolen by Cousins. And now here comes Gay leading the break. That's good for McLemore on this. Just by Rudy Gay. And that's 12 points for Ben McLemore. Parker against Miller. Parker kicks to Leonard. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his 5th right there.
No good on the second free throw. The Kings trail by 15. Miller, the pass to Cousins. To the right side. Parker with the steal. Parker left side. He kicks it to Duncan. The dish to Leonard. Right wing. And stolen by Cousins. Now here is Miller. Gay left side. Poke loose. And McLemore kicks to Bass. 4 on the shot clock. Out of bounds, Kings ball. Sacramento keeps possession. Just 2 to shoot. Miller, that's for 2. Here's Cousins. And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Well, he's boxed out, and when that happens, at some point you have to just turn and get back defensively. That time he went right over the top.
Yeah, but you go straight on the top of another player's back, that's going to be a foul call every time.
Miller just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. San Antonio leading by 15. Parker with it. Now defended by McLemore. That is good.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
The Kings shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Cousins with a screen on Parker. Miller dishes to Cousins. Cousins with a screen for Gay. The rebound by the Spurs. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He's not a guy they're going to be able to count on the way he's playing in this quarter.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's McLemore, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
That's exactly what you want coming off a steal. Get into transition, find an easy basket.
Yes, sir. The ideal fast break opportunity there.
Parker outside. To the wing on the left. Duncan against Cousins. Duncan, the pass to Leonard. Nobody near Parker. And it's off from three-point range. The Kings trail by 15. Miller outside. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Leonard. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Parker with it. Now defended by McLemore. That's good. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
The defense sagged off, and, he did not hesitate to rise up and bury that three.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
They're committing an awful lot of fouls, and most of them are unproductive. You don't want to let guys get easy layups, I understand that. But this could turn into a parade to the foul line.
A different look now for San Antonio. Splitters checked in for Duncan. Allen comes in for Daniel Green. And it's Joseph in for Tony Parker. Miller kicks to Bass. Now here's McLemore outside. Here's Cousins. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Cousins has got 10 points in just the second half. Spurs leading by 16. And here is Joseph. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. 1:41 left to play here in the fourth. Clock at 6. Diaw dishes to Splitter. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. That's good.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
Well, and as hot as they've been, there's no need to change their offense. Just continue to play the way you're playing. You're going to get open looks. And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for San Antonio.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Yeah, I like the discipline, the self-control, and the patience, Kevin.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
This is the third consecutive matchup for them against these guys in the season series. It just seems to be a really good matchup for them.
Yeah, it does. And there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I think the sweep will be in order.
And nobody really saw a performance like this coming, but it was a big-time game for Tim Duncan. He was really everywhere, defensively, offensively. The total effort we saw from him, I think, was the difference.
And they'll keep possession. San Antonio's gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Leonard, the pass to Diaw. And Joseph kicks to Diaw. Feeds it to Joseph. Back to Leonard. Diaw, the screen. Leonard attacking. Tries it from 19. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
From 11 feet away, Miller with another miss.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Joseph with the ball. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Tim Duncan.
Yo, I go by the name of Pharrell from the Neptunes, and I just want to let y'all know
I'm your pusher.
the world is about to feel something that they never felt before. Come on.
From ghetto to ghetto, the backyard to yard, I sell it whip on whip and soft to hard. I'm the neighborhood pusher, call me subwoofer, cause I pump bass like that jack. On or off the track, I'm heavy cuz ball to your fathers, you can duck to the Fetty Gov. Sorry my love, but I'm seeing through these eyes. Benz convoys with the wagon on the side. Only big boys keep deuces on the ride. Gucci Chuck Taylor with the dragon on the side. Man, I make a buck, why scram? I'm trying to show y'all who the f I am. The Jews is flirting me if I'm hurting. Legend in 2 games like I'm Pee Wee Kirkland. Platinum on the block with consistent hits, while Pharrell keep talking this music. Patty cake, I'm the baker's man. I bake them cakes as fast as I can, and you can tell by how my bread stack up. Then disguise it as rap so the feds back up. Watch it, like my whip, like my chick. Doing a $1.6 with me in the cockpit. Grinding, cousin, I got 4 dozen, even 11.5. If I see you, keep it coming in my way. That's just as heavy as my name. So much dough, I can't swear I won't change. Excuse me if my wealth got me full of myself. Cocky, something that I just can't help. Especially when them 20s is spinning like windmills, and the ice 32 below minus the wind chill. Filthy, the word that best defines me. I'm just grinding, man. Y'all never mind me. What I keep in a lining, better stay in line with. You see it like me shining, grinding. You know what I keep in a lining, better stay in line with. You see it like me shining. My grind's about family, never been about fame. Them days I wasn't able, there was always 4.5. I'll get you in the game. Anything less is just a shame. Guess the way my watch got blue chips in the face. With 2 tips, whoever gets in the way. Not to mention a hideaway that rests by the lake. Consider my raw demeanor the icing on the cake. I'm like a cripple, balance way through the hood. Kids call me Mr. Sniffles. Other hand on my, as if I was slick Rick. My aim is still an issue. Lose your soul in whichever palm I'm holding. One will leave you frozen, the other nodding dozing. I'm grinding, Jack. What I keep in a lining, better stay in line with. You see it like me shining, grinding. You know what I keep in a lining, better stay in line with. You see it like me shining.
Check it out, y'all. Just swing to the left, swing to the right. Make you feel good, make you feel alright. One time, feel good, yeah, y'all. Bust the rhymes in the place, y'all. Nigga, you feel real good, y'all. Flip Moses squad in the place, y'all.
Buck wild to all of my who don't care. Floss like a bunch of young black millionaires. Making you run, me and my stacking my ones. Floss a little, invest up in the mutual fund. Blowing the horn, a sense of every day I was born. Never dream I see it landscaping my lawn. Dangerous, be accurate. Have to get the flow be so immaculate. Hey yo, watching my dough. Sipping it slow, them pretty saying hello. Anyway, go ahead and display your olive ole. Little honey dip whipping a little cabriolet. I don't mean to hold you up, but I got something to say. Swear to only give you hot every day. Afraid of us, you know this ain't a game to us. You strange to us, that's when we getting dangerous. Come on.
This is serious. We could make you delirious. You should have a healthy fear of us. Cause too much of us is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My flip mode squad is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My whole entire unit is dangerous.
Hold your breath, we swinging it from right to left. With the wide cleft, be hot to death. Staying alive, you know only the strongest survive. Holding my heat under my seat, whipping the fire. Baseline for all of my people moving around. Give me your pound, all of my holding it down. Cutting you up, the new rocking you up. My black hole, sucking you up. Back in the days, used to be out. Now I'm holding several money market accounts. Blaze the street, and then I would just like to announce. Feeling my groove, my jigga, making you bounce. Others is fed, me and my breaking the bread. Straight getting it, we got holding your head, afraid of us. You know this ain't the game to us. You strange to us. That's when we getting dangerous. Come on.
This is serious. We could make you delirious. You should have a healthy fear of us. Cause too much of us is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My flip mode squad is dangerous. We so dangerous, we so dangerous. My whole entire unit is dangerous. Come on.
One time, y'all. Throw your hands real high, y'all. Yeah, get down, y'all. Let me see you all, y'all. Bust around, flip mode, y'all. 1998, y'all. Get down, y'all. Let's have a ball, y'all. Feeling the heat up in the street, rocking the beat. Step up in the, take me to my reserve seat. Coming around, all them surround me. So much to drown me, making feeling the funk, blazing. Stay hitting with that blow a hole in your trunk. Afraid of us, you know this ain't the game to us. You strange to us, that's when we getting dangerous. Come on.
This is serious. We could make you delirious. You should have a healthy fear of us. Cause too much of us is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My flip mode squad is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My whole entire unit is dangerous. Come on.
Blaze the street, and then I would just like to renounce. Feeling my groove, my jigger, making you bounce. Others is fair, breaking the bread, straight getting it. We got holding your head, afraid of us. We know this ain't the game to us. You strange to us. That's when we getting dangerous. Come on, this is serious. We could make you delirious. We should have a healthy fear of us. There's too much of us. It's dangerous. So dangerous. So dangerous. That most squad is dangerous. He's so dangerous. So dangerous. My whole entire unit is dangerous. One time, know your hand real high, y'all. Get down, y'all. Let me see you all, y'all. Bust around, flip mode, y'all. 1998, y'all. Get down, y'all. Let's have a ball, y'all. Feeling the heat, up in the street, rocking the beat. Step up in the, take me to my reserve seat. Coming around on the, surround me. Drown me, one wicked, feeling the funk, blazing. Stay hitting with the devil, we're holding your trunk, afraid of us. You know this ain't the game to us, it's strange to us. That's when we get dangerous. Come on. This is serious. We could make you delirious. We should have a healthy fear of us. There's too much of us, it's dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. A flip most fall is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My whole entire unit is dangerous. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir. Yeah. On and my thumb home and take 2 of these and call me in the morning. You should see the way the chain harness the charming. Fly 'em like a bird, like Nelly Furtado. Pop your toes green chairs. Get your 2-step, cause it's the record of the year. They brought you ice cream for a pair. Officially announced that this is warfare. Back in the day, your life was great. And it seemed like my angels couldn't blow them away. Then I sold my first verse and copped that NSX. But I was still rocking them jets for that. Man, my vision so clear out the window of the Lear. And I'm talking on my celly, all that you should hear. Listen, hello? Can you hear me now? Can I have it like that? 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 So drop your bass and grab your hips and act like you're trying to get this money right quick. So can I have it like that? Can I have it like that? Owning, this beat is zoning. I control their mind from straight to the phone. Let them explore the words, something like a Taurus. And never get addicted like from Louis Deals to Jimmy Choo's, he's real. She know the time she sees the Richard Mille. Flat double skeletal, turn beyond. It's just like a body move, it turns her on. And all our car doors go up like Transformers. See, I can do it this way, I can do it that way. From the crib in Virginia to that new Miami getaway. So cooler like New Edition, unless you hide it yourself. I get it, okay, let it boil away. But please run along, ladies, it's gonna go. Right after this song, say, boy, P. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have it like that? 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 So drop your hips and grab your hips and act like you're trying to get this money right quick. So can I have it like that? Can I have it like that? On and the temperature's warm and I spit heat flashes, getting nauseous right at it. So analyze with caution when the light hit the ice, better 100 that you. Should I mention the fact the transition is the track, no intention to the vision just to get me where I'm at? Little skateboard, E2 bro, riding up and down Collins in that new two-tone. It's so cold, you don't want to feel the chill of it. Just stand back and just look at the grill of it. I don't, but I bet
because